Nike has not made it easy for us to grab the Air Max 95 in any colorway, it seems like. But more specifically, the classic OG neon version. So I suppose this is just going to have to be the next best thing. But I will say, this is a fire-ass colorway, so maybe the best one on the shoe yet. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Nike Book 1 in a brand new Air Max Neon 95 inspired colorway. They do come in the same exact boxes. One thing that I do wish that they would have changed, I understand that they have not for a reason. It's just simple, easy, and affordable just to make them all one thing, but the lettering, just the colors. I think that that would be really cool. Keep the same box, but just change up the colors a little bit with every release. I think that would be sick, because then you'd know what book it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they do that with Jordan 1s, where you can tell what is, at least nowadays, they do it with Jordan 1s, where you can tell what colorway is inside the boxes. So that'd be sick if you were looking at your entire Book 1 collection and you knew exactly which one were the Forrest Gumps or the 95s or whatever it is. I'm just saying. However, most people really only care about the product, and the product itself is very nice. I still think for the price that there could be a little bit more tech implemented. Basically just one additional zoom unit in the forefoot would have been amazing. But outside of that, everything in here is really solid. They've done a stand-up job with the shoe overall, including the materials. The materials I still think are like the standout feature of these bad boys. These are no different. However, we are going to start with the outsole, and this is probably one of my favorite things about the shoe. Not just because it's herringbone, but because it's super durable on top of that. So this is one of those shoes that you could play in indoors or outdoors without needing to go for the XDR version. But if you wanted an XDR version, there are versions like that available overseas. So you would just go to like an eBay seller such as ID for Shoes, which is not a plug, it's just letting you guys know that that is one way or one place where you can grab XDR rubber equipped versions, so that if you want them to last maybe a little bit longer outdoors, you could. However, they are good enough just as is, at least in my opinion. Now, we did talk about this with our previous Book 1 videos, but just in case you're new here, the Book 1s do feature a full Cushlon midsole, and in the rear there is a Zoom Air unit. There's nothing else in the forefoot or anything like that, so it's fairly similar to a Kobe 4 Protro. The main difference is that the lateral side right here, like all of this, is actually a rubber or TPU sidewall. You can see it split basically right here in the back of the heel. Right here and over is all foam, so the entire medial side all foam. The entire lateral side is also port. The funny thing is that they made it look like the medial side, so they almost tried to trick you, being like, oh yeah, this is the foam here, but it's not. It is a rubber sidewall made to look like the foam, so that you got a seamless look, which honestly is slick. Now, the materials on the Book 1s have been fantastic all the way through. I believe that every single colorway has been great. That does not mean that I like every single colorway, and I don't have to. Not everything has to be for everyone, you know what I mean? You can have opinions and it should be fine. But this particular colorway, like I said, resonates with me. I really like it, and the materials that they used are fantastic. However, they are the same as my previous colorways of the shoe, where the forefoot section, both the overlay and underlay, are done up in really nice nubuck, like actual genuine nubuck, the stuff that will fade color over time because it's real shit. And then the mid panel is a woven jacquard. And then some of the other panels, like the collar and the little back area right here at the base of the heel, those are also genuine nubuck too. So it just looks fantastic. The swoosh is real, everything. Like, I love it, dude. Like, this looks so good. One of my favorite features of this particular colorway though happens to be right here at the tongue. I think that they did this so well. Like, that looks just like an Air Max 95 logo. Obviously it was meant to, but I mean, it just works. You know what I mean? Like, this works with the shoe, works with the tongue, the colorway, these are great. This is such a good one, man.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
The insole is this guy right here. Not a complete piece of shit, but if you wanted to take it out and swap it out for anything else that you would like, you definitely could. I would recommend putting in something additional as far as like torsion support. So maybe a beefier insole would definitely work, only because the torsion support in here is one of the things that's lacking, even though the shoe overall is a good performer. Now, in terms of fit, they do fit true to size. They are a very snug true to size though, so I understand some people wanting to go up half a size. I did both with the initial versions of the shoes that I played in. I went true to size and up half a size. I preferred the true to size once broken in, even though they still were like very tight. It's just that the up half a size once broken in just felt a little bit looser than what I'd like. So true to size for most, unless you're wearing them casually, then you may want to consider going up half a size and you should be good to go. And with all of that being said, what is today's viewer submitted question of the day?
Do you consider who is the signature athlete of a shoe when you decide whether to buy or play in it or not? I'm asking from a personal perspective. I understand that you are trying everything for our benefit, and we appreciate you immensely for this.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But the answer, at least now, like today as I adult, you know what I mean, is no. I will say it's probably because of what we do though. Only because like doing this has opened up my mind more than I'd like ever thought. I say that because when I was younger, I was going after obviously the shoes for the players. You know what I mean? Like I wanted pennies because I love Penny. I loved his shoe. Pippin's, same thing. Gary Payton, same thing. MJ, same thing. Although I will say that like certain Nikes, like I just wanted them. You know what I mean? Even if they weren't attached to an athlete, just because Nike was the brand back then and they were cool. So yes, in that sense, especially in my younger years, anybody that is young, and even if they're an adult, I do kind of like understand like, oh, I only buy whoever. It doesn't mean that they're like always going to be great. And I think maybe that's where things will get dicey, is that if someone only supports one athlete and so they only buy that athlete's shoe, as long as they're honest that it's not like always great because it's the athlete's shoe, I think that that's cool. But on the flip side, this is one of the things I find crazy, is that a lot of people in our comment section, they hate LeBron. I will say that there's a lot of people that put LeBron, but in our comment section especially, at least when I review LeBron shoes, for some reason they're like, I will never support. I just find that weird because it's like, I think you're missing out on some good product, you know what I mean? So the LeBron 20 specifically, like that pink one that just came back out, I love playing in those. I got rid of all of my LeBron 20s on accident. I wish that I didn't. I'm glad that I picked up a new pair and I love playing them. Am I a LeBron diehard fan? No, I'm just not. And that's cool. I love that shoe though. Am I mad that it's his? Of course not. It's a great shoe. I feel like I got my money's worth. I play in that shoe. I play well in that shoe. They're comfortable. They work for me. What is the problem there? So that's the only thing, is like, I do feel that some people may be missing out on good product, but at the same time, that's not really my problem. You know, like you could do you, and I'm not gonna really have an opinion on it because why would I? Like if you're buying with your own money what you want and you love it, then that's the goal. Now, if I review something that you bought and that you love and that I have a different opinion and you start hating on me for it, that's unfortunate because it's just my opinion on said product. And I feel like we're all entitled to that. I bought the product too, so I could say what I want, you know what I mean? Based off of my experiences. I'm not saying anything as to be hateful. I'm saying it to be helpful. But yeah, I just think that I understand where people are coming from, but at the same time, don't let a player and their name like stop you from enjoying stuff, you know? Or if it does, then go for it. Have at it. It doesn't bother me one bit. That's my take on it. What about you guys? Sound off below in the comment section and let me know. On top of all of that, what do you think about these guys right here? I think these are bad boys. This might be the best colorway of this shoe yet. At least it's the best tribute colorway. Maybe that's a better, you know what I mean? Maybe not the best book one colorway, but the best one that led with a tribute as its overall theme.
Maybe.
But you guys will tell me if I'm wrong, so feel free down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, guys, you guys have a good one.